The Crash Course Podcast is brought to you in part by DerbyParts.com, the 2015 Bash for Cash and Smash It Demolition Derby, Bull Lockwood Motorsports, and the 2015 Keystone National, Scioppa Racing and ScioppaRacing.com, and Derby Inc. magazine. Live it, breathe it, be it, Derby Inc. This is the Crash Course Demolition Derby Podcast, coming to you live from Relier's Demolition Derby Banquet at the Owego Treadway Inn in downtown Owego. And now your host, Chris Marquardt.
Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Northeast Derby Banquet. I'm Chris Marquardt. Joining me here at the table, Josh Becker and Brian Tompkins. Crash Course airs every Monday night, and pretty much everybody staring at me right now already knows that. You're worried about looking at this right here, but you got a million people staring at you right now. Dude. This is honestly the most people that I think we've ever been in front of.
Nope. Blizzard Bash. Blizzard Bash.
Yeah. Blizzard Bash, I don't think it was counted though. Was that many people actually standing there watching us?
Yeah.
They weren't watching you. They were watching you. Nobody's gathered around to watch a retired driver.
They're actually watching Mike Brown's face.
Yeah, that's a true statement. So we got a ton of stuff that we need to get to right now. More or less, we're going to call final call for the raffle cars. You can come on over to this neck of the woods. You'll see Aaron Bunce. About 5 minutes from now, we're going to be drawing that. We've got Josh's Nintendo system. We've got to be drawn and raffled off, and then
we're ready for that.
The picture of Rick Englehart with all the proceeds going to the trust fund for his boy. Also, that's going to be pulled. And Aaron Bunce said within the next 5 minutes, so about 5:12, 5:13, we're going to be drawing that. The raffle car, all the proceeds that are taken in the next 5 minutes will be going to the feature person who's old school.
Yeah.
Pretty cool deal, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
As if there wasn't enough money being tossed around on the 6th of June, we're going to do that too.
Yes. Aaron Bunson's been huge, actually. Had a great talk with him today, and I think Aaron's okay if I say it, but Aaron is actually going, I'm saying it anyway, Aaron is actually going to donate, sponsor $1,000 for the payout of the old school. Now, the old school class is already paying out $2,250 for. Oh, lost me.
Keep going, maybe.
Yeah, you lose me on that. $2,250 on the.
In the old school class, Aaron is putting another $1,000 in there to give away.
That's
so
crazy.
Kings of Old School is just stepping up and up and up. So big thanks to Aaron. The big thing is he's been raffling off cars for years, and guys just buy a ton of tickets, and Aaron just wanted to kind of give back a little bit. So thanks to Aaron, we appreciate that. He's kind of giving back to the drivers. And you know what Aaron said to me? He is old school, and we know he is.
Very.
And I think this show's got him a little excited, so it's very cool of him.
Well, there's a lot of people that are excited about that show. I mean, you've got drivers that are coming out for the first time to take part in that, and also on top of that, you've got drivers that are coming out of retirement to come and drive.
A bunch.
A lot of them.
A bunch.
A lot of names that.
Very exciting.
A lot of names that you want to come and see. Chris Allister's letting me know that the sound quality sucks. There we go. Chris is all set. So we're good. Everybody at home, that's the benefit of doing this live. Everybody wastes no time to tell you when you're not doing a good job. So just a few more minutes left on that raffle car. And do you want to pull one of the first winning tickets here before we get going?
Yeah, you want to just pull it of the... You want to pull the arcade game first? That's the easiest one first, right?
You want to pull that one?
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
All right, we're going to pull the arcade game here.
Arcade game.
I need a kid to pull this. Where's Preston?
Probably out running a car.
Brett's kid around somebody? Somebody's kid. Somebody send me your kid. I need a child. Here we go. We got a kid. Come over here, buddy. What's your name? Say it right in this. What is it?
Cameron Ratton.
Okay, awesome, buddy. Yep,
We got another
hold
one.
on.
Wait a minute.
Lady's on it. Okay, we're on it. Okay. So here we go. I got an arcade game here. It's from 1984. Here's going to be the winner of it. Ready? You just pick one of these out.
Which
you
is
should only get one. Okay, you only got one. Here we go.
So what's the winning number?
Go ahead. We're going to give it to you. You read it.
Winning number on the arcade, 185744. That's 185744. 185744. 185744.
You're the winner?
7544.
That's the one.
Dude, you're the winner. How about that? That baby's yours, man. How about that? You said you needed it for the garage.
I do.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, great. What's that? No, you missed it by 3.
I missed by 3.
Brian missed it by 3. Oh, man. All right,
He gives
so I'll
up.
get with you afterwards, and we'll get it out to your truck.
That's
Awesome.
awesome. Good for me.
That's so
Just
awesome.
another minute or two left on that raffle card drawing.
Robinson
Is that
won it.
speaker up now? Is that speaker working?
Okay, so we got that. Robinson won that.
Okay. So we got the next one being pulled as a picture for Rick, right? $1,480.
Jody, you and Jeremy
too
are
bad.
the best. I mean, that's very awesome. I'm going to go to Rick's kids. I mean, God, it's awesome. Love you guys. Such a great family. You ready? Who's going to pull this one? Same kid? Come on.
He was good. The first
Here we go,
Yeah,
kid.
he did a real good job. He
Get
was,
deep in that one. Get deep in this one. There you go. Here we go. All right.
that's Dan Godfrey, by the
I'd
way.
like to boo that man. Somebody boo him.
179-1494. That's 179-1494 for the picture of Rick Engelhart. 179-1494. Should be watching on your phone, then you can hear it.
Exactly right. It sounds great in my ears.
I guess.
I love Jody. You
I-
got
okay,
that?
good. So we
no.
got that one taken
All right,
care of.
nice. Hey, we got
Hey.
guys right here.
I-
Get right with Jody. She'll take care of that.
Perfect.
Okay, buddy. I'll call you back in a few minutes.
So now this is pretty much the moment we've all been waiting for. Just waiting for the final ticket sales to be done, and we'll be drawing that raffle car. I can't believe the people from.
We just got a $20 donation to make it $1,500, which is very awesome. Thank
cool.
you. Thank you, everybody that donated to that. You are? Oh, that's awesome.
Steer Face is going to
Oh my
auction
God.
this picture off, and then
awesome,
all that
guys.
money going back to Rick's trust fund as well.
Thank you. It's very cool, guys. That's very.
Josh, do you have a good show today, or a good banquet experience today?
I had an awesome day. You know, I get my balls busted like it's going out of style, but other than that, I really had a great day. I love seeing everybody, and everyone's in a good mood today.
For the
you
most
know?
part,
Yeah, usually in a good mood today. But look at everybody standing around here.
it's
That's
crazy. Poker game's going to be kicking off here in just a few minutes.
How do you like all the eyes on you, Josh?
I hate it. I hate it. Nah, Beal's getting the poker going, and look at the amount of people here. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I talked to Chris Polly from Kentucky.
Yep.
Candace Freese is here from Iowa. Her
Yep.
buddy Jeremy's here from
Yep.
from Wisconsin, I believe. It's been pretty crazy today. So the first raffle car, this is a car that Aaron Bunce drove. This car comes
I believe
with,
they gave away already first car upstairs.
Yeah,
They already gave a car?
away.
Yeah,
Okay.
first car is
Yep.
gone
so
already.
that's that was the black wagon.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So the only car that we're going to be giving away, this comes with an entry to Kings of Old School.
right.
Right.
Absolutely. 74 Chevy Impala.
I didn't buy a ticket, so can I just draw this, or you got your little guy to come and help you?
I spent $100, so please let me win this thing. Bunce, you want to pull this, or you want a kid to pull it? All right, come on, kid. You're
he
going
hasn't
back
he hasn't
here.
done anything for you yet, Brian.
This thing's full.
I didn't even
dude.
buy a ticket
No.
for this one.
Bunce added
My
it.
wife said buy tickets for the game, and I was a good husband about
Okay,
tickets
this
for
is
the
the
game.
one everyone cares about right here.
You put it on the green, but no holes in
Yeah,
one.
we know. We know to yell out loud. It's like our first time doing raffles. Go ahead, kid.
And that's Josh Decker, ladies and gentlemen.
I just get pissed easy. All right, thank
Deer
you, buddy.
whistles.
Tell everybody that it's a white ticket.
It's a white ticket.
I think
Everyone grab their white ticket.
I think that's all they had was white tickets.
634371. Really? You're out. 634371. Let me look at mine, hon.
I don't see Kate looking excited.
Man, I didn't win it.
Katie's not looking excited. It
I
wasn't you,
lost
bud.
so much money in raffles today. I spent hundreds
Wait a
on
minute,
raffles.
Ethan, who was here with Reckless Abandon, was buying tickets for that stuff too. I wonder if he just won that car.
That would be funny.
Okay, so as of right now, no one is screaming.
No one's screaming yet.
Okay, one more time, and then I don't care. 634371.
Got to give due diligence for him to find the ticket, man.
Okay, I'm putting it right here, Chris.
You called out the wrong number. I don't think that's. You can't do that. Can't do that yet. 6-3. No, I'm sorry. As much as you'd
I
love that
can
to be the
barely
case.
read, but no, I think I got it that time.
634371. Anybody?
Let me see if it's a Gary Noe's number. Say it again.
6343.
Oh, yeah, no, he did put tickets in.
Yeah, it is.
No, Gary missed it. Nope.
6. Oh no, it's not.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, do it. 634371.
Let's get Jody on it.
Jody's on this.
I'm sure you can hear her fine.
Everybody
Jody's
watching at
awesome.
home.
Love the gullies.
Things are quiet in the gully house.
Yeah, none of the tickets in front of me won.
That's the sound of peace.
Well, last time Gully was yelling, I think he was slurring, so I think the day started to
That's
catch up
not
to him a
good.
little bit.
It's a bad
You know,
start.
I tried to get a bunch of people on here later, and everyone's like, no. And I'm
let's
like,
do it now.
why? And
Yeah.
it's like, no, I don't think I'm good right now. I guess somebody wants this car. Bunce, it's got to go to me as a default, right? Automatic default. Redraw it? No, I don't know.
I don't
Talk
know
to
if-
Bunce. Well, you want to put a time limit on it or something, Bunce? That's it.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Well, we no longer have the ticket.
Hello, Jody. We got 5 minutes.
You guys have fun.
I love Jody.
Ticket, or we're retrying. You will.
Delicate sounds.
It's kind of, dude, $1,500 for Rick's kids.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
It is.
Remarkable.
That is very cool.
Caught up with Jay Tweedy today, and the door off of Rick's Monaco is in the back of my van.
Nice.
Cool.
Got that.
Very
I'm
cool.
excited to have that.
Should have
That's
brought it in.
really
We
cool.
could have nailed it to the wall behind us.
No, because I'm pretty sure that somebody would have taken it.
No,
Pretty
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have.
Pretty confident that somebody would have wanted off of that. Chuck Chapman's moving about. Somebody read his ticket. Perhaps that was his. Nope. So, Brian, what'd you think of the banquet today?
Amazing. You know, like we said before, you know, it started out kind of small, and in 7 short years, I mean, closing in on 500 people. This is just, it's amazing.
And there is no room to move around.
No.
Bo Lockwood is out of entries at this point. He
That's
pretty much
awesome.
got rid of everything that he brought.
I know Brett and Mike Decker over there sitting behind the King's Old School table, and that's been a set. I went over to, you know, see if Brett needed anything.
Brett and I says to me, Brett goes, yeah, I mean, we might get like 20 or 30 entries pre-registered. The pile over there is like this. You see how many? Holy cow. He goes, I think we're doing all right. It's like, yeah. At one point, I see like 20 people in line, all just waiting to sign. It's like, man, it's so exciting, you know?
Are you sure
we got to get these two right here. I need this old pop. Come on. I need that old man.
Look at all the people.
I got to hop up at sometimes I'm sweating.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want to get in here?
I don't know. Whoever wants to. I know we got to talk. We got to. Are you serious?
Did Rick Clark win that?
Rick.
Rick Clark.
No. No. Not Rick Clark. No. That's awesome, Rick.
Nice. Going back to Canada.
Going to Canada.
That's awesome.
Now I got some
Rick,
news.
Good job, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Now,
I'm a
Josh.
little better, dude. I'm fine with that.
One of the good guys of the Derby world right there, Rick
Yeah,
Clark. I like
that's-
that. That's
Now the
that's
topic
awesome.
of this
Thank you, Jody.
is gonna lead to a good segue here. On the topic of Rick Clark, we saw him do some remarkable things this year. We also saw Pete Hansen do some remarkable things this year. The rumor that prevailed was that Josh is. You're not even listening to me.
I'm listening.
You're
I'm
not
just-
even-
I'm-
you're a million miles away.
Rick's-
You're looking at Rick Clark
I'm
trying
pissed.
to
No.
mouth to him how much money you're going to offer to him.
Leave it at my house.
This is somewhat of a big deal.
Go, I'm listening.
And you need to pay attention.
I'm listening to
Okay.
it.
So the prevailing rumor was that Pete Hansen may or may not be retiring. We've been talking to our friend John Peck, Top Dog Promotions,
Okay.
Owenston, Kentucky, where we're going to be April 10th and 11th, where the alternate prevailing rumor is that Pete Hansen's going to be driving in the windshield class. Along with Ryan Songalewski
No crap. In
But-
the windshield class?
in the windshield class. But that can neither be confirmed nor rebutted at this point.
I gotta assume Pete's gonna get out of that car and say, I hated that.
Well, the thing is, Josh, is that Chris Pauley,
Yeah.
who's right over there,
Yeah, I know. Chris, good guy.
he's here, and he wants to help you go back to old school.
Okay.
And if Pete Hansen goes in that division, they have a car for you to drive so that he can lump you up in Kentucky.
Done. Done. I got Pete and I just had this talk. Done. I am not scared. Give me that. Because I'll tell you what, I got nothing to lose. He's got everything to lose. You give me that car. You give me that car and you put that on live stream.
Well,
You give me that car. I'm in on that. Give this guy some cash. Let's do that.
John
No,
Peck,
I
and,
love
and
P. I
John
respect
Peck
him.
and Chris Pauley have been working real hard. They have a car for you, Josh, if you decide you want to run it in the windshield class on Friday, the 10th of April, at the Spring Show, Owenston, Kentucky.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the problem is that Ben and Brian are going with me to that show.
Oh, no. Okay, let me. Huh?
But yeah, pretty exciting, right?
It's wicked exciting.
So when was the last time
Okay,
you
hold
drove-
on. I've gone. Actually, people don't know this. I've duked it out with Pete. You want to auction that off? Okay, give me a minute. Give us 5 minutes, right? Please.
Don't tell me what to do. So do we
Knows how
need
to
to
push my buttons?
do we need to be done now? Is that what we're being told?
No. They're gonna auction off. Okay, $1,500 went to Rick's kids already.
Right.
They're gonna auction this off one more time, and that
Okay.
money's also gonna go to Rick's kids.
Do you want to? Corey's gonna auction it off?
Corey's gonna auction it off.
Corey's gonna auction it off.
But there's
Great.
no way he's gonna hear it over. Can you hear it real good right there?
We can pull that up a little bit. Pull it up some.
Here you go. Okay. This is good old Corey. He's going to auction it.
There's Corey.
We're running by the
Pull it
swing of
up.
our pants. Here,
Yes.
Corey.
And this is live.
Corey.
How's that? If you got more coming out of that speaker now? You're good? You're good there? Okay.
He's going to donate this back. Whoa.
Careful.
Timeout. This is from Steal Your Face Racing.
That's all connected, so careful.
From Steal Your Face
You-
Racing, he's going to donate this back. Highest bidder takes it. Here they go. He give $1,000 bid and go $1,000 bid and then 500. He put a $500 bid and then a 200 100 here now, 125, 125. Oh, donate 150 now, 75, 175, 175, 175, $200. Come on. 200, 225, 225 back here. 200, 225, 225, 225, 50 now, 252, 52, 52, 50. Donated back to the good cause. 250 now, 250, 225, 252, 52, 52, 250. Now 75, 275, now 300, 325, 325, 325, 300 here, then 325, 300 here, 325. Donated back, good cause, 300, 325. Sold at 300 to Brett Royer.
How about that?
Awesome, Brett. Awesome, Brett. Exactly right.
$300 a picture of Rick.
That's
Another $300 going back to Rick's family. So we're up to $1,800 there. Outstanding.
You can't have enough Rick memorials in your garage anyway, so
no,
you know, it's
that's-
good for
that's a
Brett.
true statement.
Thank you, Brett. I'm sure
True
Rick's
statement.
family loves you for that. So
It looks like everything's stabilized online. We got about 10 people watching at home. The rest of the Derby community from
I'm standing
Virginia
right here.
through New Hampshire are standing in front of us.
Old
So-
man, you're going to be on right now. You want me to hop up? I'll let this guy in.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, come on.
If you want to.
Yes, I'm up.
So Terry, what else have we got to do here?
I think we're good.
Looks like we're good. Our obligations have been satisfied. On that leg of things, we switch to this. So Mike Decker joining us here at the table. Mike, man, welcome back to the Crash Course. Last year we did the same thing a little bit earlier in the day. What's it like being up this late?
It's still daylight out.
Make sure you pull that right up in there so everybody can hear you on the microphone. We had a show last Monday talking about Cadillacs, and we had a number of people suggest that we need to get you on to talk about it. I wondered if you had a chance to take in that show and if you had anything to add in terms of that Cadillac conversation.
I can be honest with you, I didn't hear it.
No? Because you weren't on it?
I missed out on that one. I'm being honest, totally honest.
He was upset. He wasn't on the show, so he didn't even give it any credit.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's it. But it is good. I've seen pictures this week of the possibility of Mr. Mike Decker giving some pointers in a shop here in Owego, New York, and that Cadillac I'm thinking is probably a little better shape than it was a week or two ago.
Yeah, you know.
Were they building that like a bunch of rookies?
They weren't doing anything. The hood was laying outside in the snow. It still is. I think it's got beer inside of it.
Right.
It's all like a cooler. I can't explain it. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from my buddies, but I think they would have waited till the day before the show and then decided to try to hurry up and figure out how to put the hood and the trunk on or whatever. But,
So in terms of building a Cadillac, what's one of the first things that you choose to focus on? We talked to Troy Tagg at length, and Chris Lanscaster likewise both said, the first thing you need to do is pay attention to the back end because that can be a whole lot harder than what meets the eye.
well, yes, and it's a difference between, let's just say, California and Ohio. It's got to be built to the rules, and we dissect the rules differently. Everybody reads them different.
An Ohio Cadillac has kickers to every point possible.
They could. The thing is with those cars, and I found out recently after the rules have been elaborated and allowed us to do a little bit to them, those cars are a totally different breed. A lot of people don't like them. A lot of people think they're absolute junk. And I'm not 100% sure I'm sold on them. There's a lot of other cars out there I'd rather have.
Like what?
Oh, I'd take a Rivy any day.
Yeah.
Over a Cadillac. A sedan, an old school sedan. I mean, I'm an Imperial guy by heart. I love my Imps from 100 years ago. But if you're talking about just Cadillacs, they are a different breed, and there is plenty in the rear of those cars that people don't realize. But on the other hand, there's too much. They're too hard right out of the factory. A lot of people don't realize that car can be factory too hard. So, you see one whale tail, or you see one dragging the ground, or one rail on the ground, one rail up. And that's the first thing I did when I looked at one. I said, I got to do some cutting. So a lot of the work on these cars really is taken away. Taking stuff out of them and changing the general structure and how they've been. It's all metal manipulation. You want the car to go where you want it to go. So the guys out west are doing a little bit different than we are, but I don't think you have to be a blatant cheater or get seriously creative to make those cars tough, but they're just another car, and they do fall apart quick if you're not building it right. You got to put some time into it.
Absolutely. Now, Mike, you've run a lot. I mean, you used to run the Dent shows back in the day, and you've inspected a lot of big shows and run a lot of big shows. Back when Dent first started, I mean, we all thought, as Derby fans, we thought that was like it. But, I mean, those cars, compared to today, they really didn't do as much to them, right? I mean, they were...
Absolutely not. If we could have built those cars back then like we're used to building today, oh, my God. I mean, I've got scars and aches and ailments and bad back and crooked neck and stitches, and I can't even imagine what it would be if we went to the extent that we go to today. And that's why I say it's getting out of control. It's just completely out of control. And I know it happens, and I know we've talked about it, but people are going to get seriously hurt and killed, and it's not worth it at that point. So,
and that's I've said that on the show before. Is that I love watching derbies. I love stuff getting wrecked, but they just keep making the cars harder and harder and harder, and no matter how hard you make a car, something is always going to be soft. And my thing is, sooner or later, the softest thing is going to be the person behind the wheel. And that's where the trouble is going to start happening.
Absolutely. When the only thing bends in a car is the steering wheel, and the cushion behind your seat, which usually isn't anything, especially in a new style, Ford. They don't have no padding. No. I mean, the only thing that's taking abuse is your body, and then they put rocket engines in them. You got a 600, 700 horse motor and a galvanized pop can. It's just wow.
And that's the thing. I mean, that's when we went to Blizzard Bash this year, and I did for the first time, and like I said, it was incredible to see the time and the engineering these guys put in their cars. But it's just there's so much into them. It's the drivers are taking the abuse. I really enjoyed the old school class myself. Just knock the windows out, and I mean, not literally knock the windows out, but I mean, I like the older stuff just because there's more bending, there's more. It's more like what I grew up on. That's what I enjoyed. And
that's the bottom line. I mean, we're old school guys. I mean, my heart's in old school cars. I personally, here I am for the whole world to hear, but I hate Fords. I hate them. I hate all of them. The Lincolns, Crown Vics, 2000s, it don't matter. 03s, newer, I don't care. I hate those cars. I hate inspecting them. I hate working on them. I hate stripping them. I hate running them. My head hits the roof every single time. I don't care what. I pound my head off the roof. And, these guys are getting 5, 6, 7, 8 runs out of these cars. I'm all about it, but my God, where does it end? It just never ends.
It's crazy.
It never ends. That's for sure. I mean, everybody's always looking for that next step up that's going to make their car that little bit better. And you've seen it with the evolution of parts coming out of like the Near It camp, and look at what DerbyParts.com has become. Basically a demolition derby Walmart where anything you want, one-stop shopping.
But then again, also, I mean, you look at like here local. I mean, we got the Kings of Old School. I mean, that's a damn good payday for a minimal built car. You even look at Metal Mayhem this year. I mean, Tori went. Basically back to the beginning.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's I definitely think that there's a niche out there for it. And that's the thing is I think there's a niche for about everything that people want to see in Derby. But I agree. I don't know what the answer is with the new school. But I'm definitely I agree with Mike. Sooner or later I think people are going to start getting hurt, and then it's we're definitely going to have to do something to try to scale things back.
And I'm the first to tell you, I mean, I love to build a hard car. I like to push the rules to the limit. We all do. And I like to go as fast as I can go. I mean, that's just me. But not once do we think, as I'm screaming across the track, and you know, the look in their eyes is one thing. That's why we do it. But do I ever stop and think to myself, I'm going to break this guy's neck, or he's got kids at home? No, we don't.
No,
think
we don't.
like that. And that's what the sport is so.
But the thing is, though, is I mean, even you know, I mean, you obviously don't run as much as you used to. But I mean, even back in the day when you were running a lot and building a lot of cars, I mean, you guys built, you know, good, tough cars, but they bent. You know what I mean? There was something that gave, and I mean, you just keep building this stuff that doesn't give and doesn't give and doesn't give, and that's where the injuries come from.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to end.
No,
because everybody wants to come up with another way of accomplishing the same thing. You know,
a sneakier way of accomplishing the same thing.
Yeah. You know, I have nothing against anybody trying to fabricate and make and sell these products that we're selling. I think it's awesome to see some of the money that's spent, like today, for example. It's insane.
There was some money spent today.
I won't do it. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, I'll get my ass handed to me by these young guns with the high dollar drivetrains and the distributor protector, cross member tied into your trans pan, tied into your,
is that true though? I mean, I get that you're referencing all the bolt-on stuff, but I kind of disagree with the fact that you're going to get your butt kicked by that equipment, because the one thing that you couldn't buy in the parking lot anywhere today is seat time.
Driving ability.
You cannot buy that.
That's true. But, you know, I think twice before I build a car and leave the house, because, you know, the caliber of these younger drivers, and my hat's off to them, it's not their fault that they entered this era at this time. It's not their fault.
Right.
You know, they have the internet, they have this podcast, they have everything at their fingertips, cell phone, you pull up the phone, wiggle your thumb a few times, you just bought everything you wanted to buy, including the instructions on how to build it.
Absolutely.
They can't buy seat time, you're correct. But, you know, you take an old school guy that doesn't believe in none of the protectors and the trainee braces and all that stuff. It's not that I don't believe in them, I'm just not going to spend the money. I'm a tight ass.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to be able to run for 2 hours against one of these younger kids that's got the best of everything. So
but you
if I don't put him out early, exactly. If I don't put him out early, I'm not going to be there at the end. The guy says, "Hey, I'll make you a 15-gallon gas tank." I laugh at him. I only need 5 gallons.
If I don't get it done, then we're good.
I'm done. 20 minutes, I'm out of gas. I'm done. I'm happy. So, you know, it depends on what you want to put into it, but, you know, it's nice to see the people spending the kind of money that they're spending in today's economy that everybody, you know, knows we've went through some rough times, and gas prices are finally where they need to be. There's people from all over the United States here, and that's just incredible.
So it's pretty remarkable the number of people are here and the different corners of the globe that they've traveled from.
Yeah, this is definitely crazy.
I mean, some people from as far away as Iowa, and some others from as far away as Herkimer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, just wide diverse range. Massachusetts, some New Hampshire.
Yep.
It's pretty fun.
Getting back to the Cadillac conversation, I don't mean anything by this, but, you know, it's like my buddy Brett's car that, you know, we were tinkering with, and it's an open door policy. The garage door was open for the most part. The heater was on. There was probably at one point in time 12 guys standing there with their hands in their pocket and a beer in their hands staring at us. You know, my buddy Brandon there, he helped me out a lot. I appreciate it. You know, we run the air hammer on it. We crease the car. You know, there's 100 ways to put a trunk lid on a stock car that you can't do anything but open the trunk for inspection, but it's hard to believe that you can do enough for the rules to be creative and have just a slight edge. Yeah. And my theory has always been the same. If you do 100 extra things that nobody else does, they all together add up to one big thing. You know, so you know, we just messed around with the car and everything's legit, and I don't think a Cadillac's going to win. I really don't. I don't think that's the car for the show. I'm not saying anything bad about Brett. He's a hell of a driver, but I don't think that's the car that's going to win that show. The back end of those cars are not suitable for those type of rules for that Derby he's going to. So therefore, if it's not dragging the ground, it's not up over the top of the back window where you can't see. You know, and my point with him was, he said, do whatever you want. I built that car, helped build that car, totally different than anything I would at the house for another set of rules. I built the car so he's going to be able to see out the back window, and he's going to be able to drive it forward with the business end. But I still don't think that's the car that's going to win. But I think the Mopar is going to win because that's what I'm bringing.
That's what I like to hear.
You heard it here first.
That's what I like to hear.
Daddy's looking for a Cordoba as of today.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
Well, we are just about out of time. A little bit time limited. They've got other stuff that they need to do here in the building. I want to do the awards, and we're not going to be able to get quite to all that stuff here online, and we'll have to do it in the facility by itself. But if you haven't been here, you got to get down here. We go Treadway Inn. The
Buy your tickets
annual
now.
Northeast Banquet going to be full to the hilt next year. And I think we got to be approaching we're too big for this building now.
Yeah, we're way too big. And speaking of next year's banquet, I'm just going to say this right now because I know eventually they're going to listen. There's a lot of guys in Ohio that aren't here. Yeah. And Ohio is one of the biggest derby capitals of the world. I know there's people that's got some good reasoning, and I understand that. But there's a lot of people that should be here, could be here, and that aren't here. And I'm going to do my best to make them feel like trash. Right, Sean Pryor? Just to name one of 1,000. Scott Zilzelman sitting at home right now wishing he was here with me. Anyway, my duty is to get him here next year, so I'll do that. I'll raise another 20 or 50 people next year for the banquet.
Excellent.
I like to hear that.
I'll make sure they come.
We'll be looking forward to it. That's going to do it. Gave away some cars, gave away some photographs, raised a lot of money for Rick Englehart's Kids Trust Fund, and set the bar very high for next year's Northeast Demolition Derby Banquet. That's going to do it for us. Once again, Crash Course Podcast airs every Monday night on Finger Lakes 1. Goes live at
My hero.
Goes live at 6 p.m. We've got all sorts of stuff going on around us, but that's going to do it for us. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
As always, a pleasure.
The Crash Course Podcast is brought to you in part by DerbyParts.com, the 2015 Bash for Cash and Smash It Demolition Derby, Bull Lockwood Motorsports, and the 2015 Keystone National, Syopa Racing and SyopaRacing.com, and Derby Inc. magazine. Live it, breathe it, be it, Derby Inc.